Okay, we have a 2009 Blast. I'm attempting to take off the Y bracket that holds the pegs and the passenger pegs because this was a bike from a motorcycle safety course that had been dropped a few times. So you can see on both sides the pegs are kind of drooping, the foot pegs. So I got new brackets that'll be a little bit straighter. I've got the bike up on a motorcycle jack. I put a block of wood under the rear tire and a cinder block to keep it from tipping over, since the muffler, the jack point, is a little bit wobbly, so that should hold it for me. The bolts are way down in there and the shock is kind of in the way. They're pretty hard to get to, so I'm going to take the shock off and then I'll have better access to the Y bolt. So I'll be back in a bit to show you progress. As you can see, now I've disconnected the shock and dropped it. I let the wheel all the way down. It actually was fine just letting it all the way down. And now I should be able to access the bolts in there, so I'll be back in a minute. I also recommend that you get a wrench with an articulated end. This will make getting into that tight space a whole lot easier. So I decided that still a little bit too tight in there, so I took the shock out entirely by loosening the bottom bolt as well. And I'm going to remove the battery too, just to give me more room to work. They're really far in there. Alright, I have gotten one out right there, and I found that using a wrench with a really long socket gives me more leverage, and of course that articulated end lets me get in there really far. Alright, great. So we got it off, and we can see there's some hoses clamped in there with a little nut there. So I'm going to get that taken off and move on to the other side. Okay, so we got the right side taken off, and it's connected to the rear brake reservoir and brake pedal, so we'll have to get those taken off and then we'll be done. And then mounting the new brackets will be just the exact opposite. So hope that was helpful. Some tips: make sure that you're using a socket with an extension and an articulated tip so you can get in there. The battery and shock must be removed. I can't think of any other way that you could get in there if those were intact. So jack the bike up, put on the cinder block, drop that back tire out of the way, and you'll be good. All right, good luck.